Oh, hello, bonjour, comment ça va? I just pause it here while I get everything set up, and I just also check my audio levels are okay, so again that I'm not just talking to myself and everything's working as it should. Bear with me a second, caller, hang on a second. I just need to talk amongst myself just to make sure I can hear myself. Yeah, there we go, it's all good, right. So here we are, race 8, just past the halfway point of the season, and we have got a right battle royale brewing for the league, at least anyway, for the league title, that is. Beserker-Boy won the last race, so we're in reverse order now for the grid for the second race of the night. But at the moment, it looks like Beserker and Scrapdrifter are literally, if you pardon the pun, scrapping for the lead of the league. And points-wise, Beserker and Scrap are starting to pull away from the rest of the field. So Beserker was first last race, and Scrapdrifter was second. So let's see how things turn out in this race. So what we'll do though, we'll take you through the field in reverse order from the last race. So here we are with let's see if I can do it from this angle, it'll be a bit more fun rather than the rear view. So here we are with Jason is in first place. We're in Alsace. That was the bonjour, comment ça va. Alsace is I believe it's a real place, but this is a fictional circuit. It's as you can see from the map up there, top there. There's not really huge amounts of long straights, so I don't think anyone's using an Audi in this one, but it's quite a twisty technical track, lots of right hand turns which you need to get the apexes on, and a few hairpins, so it's twisty undulating circuit for sure. Hang on a second. Yep, everything's okay, right. Oh, sorry, Craig's just sent something. No, it's not. Okay, right. So bear with me again, second. Sorry, some technical issue here. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute, and we're back. Right, here we go. So the field, in first place in his GTR is Jason, and it's not going to show me, is it? Oh, I wouldn't do it with the camera, wouldn't pan there. Hammer Games is in second place in his Subaru. So Jason's on Supersofts, Hammer's on Supersofts, Alehead's on Supersoft in his Subaru. Looks like a WRX field at this circuit. And there we go. Blackie in his Subaru on Racing Softs in fourth. Sayarex on Racing Softs in fifth in a GTR. Everyone's going for Racing Softs here so far. Another Subaru with Zafiro back here in sixth. Woodhaze on Racing Softs on the front, Racing Supersofts on the back. In his GTR in seventh. Craig in his Subaru, Racing Softs front, Racing Supersofts rear. Total Rose Aaron, Racing Supersofts on his GTR here in ninth. McDaddy on Racing Softs in his GTR in 10th. Idol Racing Supersofts in his Jag in 11th. Had a great result for him last race, I think. Don't think it's his first podium, but it was a great drive for him. He managed to hold out in front of the Daddy on the last lap at the last race. A great drive by Idol there for his third spot, so he's back here in 11th. 12th is Scrapdrifter in his Jag on Racing Supersofts, and race winner from the last race, also in another Subaru. Beserker-Boy back here in Racing Supersofts. So yet another Subaru. So we should crack on. There's quite a lot to get through in this one. It's a bit of a melee. It's difficult to know where to start from to figure out where to do the commentary. But we'll start with Jason up front and then kind of like look back. This is a really weird starting. grid, because it goes uphill and then it's a short run to the uphill, and then the braking suggests you brake, but you actually brake a little bit earlier. Are we going to get any other lights or just the red lights there? Oh, yeah, but 2 lights. 5 lights. Oof. 6 lights. And we're off. Oh, poor start there by Jason, which just allows the Hammer Games to shoot off into the lead. Let's look back. The field, oh, you can see there's always a little bit of shenanigans going on back here. Sorry about all the flicking. I'm trying to capture it all. It's a wide old circuit. We've got 4 people going into turn 2. 3 people going into turn 2. Aaron's here following this group of 3. It's just, surely it's just going to cause a bit of bumping and barging. As you can see, people are trying to avoid each other. Everyone's drifting a little bit wide. Oh, Woody's been bundled wide. It's just allowed everyone to get through. We've now got, look at that, on board a scrap. We've got almost 5 abreast. Beserker's got up from last place, is already up through the field, but Scrap Drifter's just died up the inside there and's got into 8th place. There's a big melee of drivers. So in the meantime though, back up here we've got Craig and his Subaru. Oh dear, he's got bundled out, properly punted there. Now I think Aaron just was nudged there, which just set that chain reaction off. Who was behind Aaron? Is it Woodhays here? Gives him a little nudge. Oh no, Aaron gets it wrong. Oh, disaster. Nothing intentional. Aaron, poor Aaron, he gets unsettled through this apex. He's tried to take 2 final lines. Look at a gaggle of cars coming down here. 2 final lines, just unsettles the GTI. Yeah, he hits it and then hits Craig off, and it just causes mayhem behind. Hopefully everyone's got through and survived that okay. Back here with Jason, who's now dropped back to 11th place already. So it's just Craig and Aaron just at the back there. So we go up through the field now. So McDaddy's up to 10th. TC Idol's dropped, is still around about thereabouts in 9th. His banked turn section, it looks glorious in that livery. Spitfire going around there. Woodhays has got, oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, what a move. So Zafiro's flashing around in front of Beserker-Boy there. Beserker-Boy cuts up the inside of Zafiro, outbreaks the fellow Scooby driver. Little nudge there from the Scooby of Zafiro, but it's all good. So Berserker's now got the inside coming up the hill, takes the place cleanly. In the meantime, his main rival in the league at the moment, Scrap Drifter, is also ahead of him, and he's got Sayrex, and Sayrex is a quick driver coming down the hill on that Jag. Nice tidy line there. Sayrex is holding off Scrap Drifter. So Scrap Drifter and Beserker-Boy for the back row of the grid are already up on 1 lap to 5th and 6th. In the meantime, up front, Hammer Games is having a fight with Blackie. Blackie drifts very wide there. That's the Hammer Games get into the lead in his Subaru, but Blackie's going to fight back, going around the outside. So if he sticks side by side with that Subaru, he's got the inside line. This is turn 2. He's going to have the inside line for turn 3. So can he outbrake that Subaru to the left of him? No, he can't quite do it. However, Hammer Games has given him a lot of room there in case he wanted to. And then there's just a melee of drivers back here. Arrowhead is fighting with Sayrex. Arrowhead's got up underneath the GTR, and as I thought Scrap Drifter's there, Arrowhead just gently nudges Sayrex wide, which just allows Scrap Drifter to get through. So Scrap Drifter from the back row of the grid is now, oh, he's not. Is he going to make it stick round with? No, he's not. Arrowhead keeps out in front. Berserker's now right on the tail of the Jag of Scrap Drifter. Can he outbrake the Subaru? No, and else Berserker's got it slightly wrong, isn't that? He's been caught by this melee of drivers behind. 4 abreast into this horrible, well, it's not horrible, into this bank curve. So 2 drivers back out. Woody didn't back out. Zafiro's backed out back to this position here. Everyone's gone round the Scalextrics like bank curves. Zafiro's undercut Sayrex. Can he outbrake the GT? No, he doesn't. He bails out. I thought he was going to take the pace there. Someone's been very respectful. He's drifted wide now as Zafiro almost touches the grass. So look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark's got in front now of the Hammer Games, coming into this really awkward braking downhill section into the last little, this is the only way to describe it, Mickey Mouse hairpin, just a little bit wide as a mark. Hammer's still in second. Alehead's up to third. He's now looking to try and go. It's a Subaru 1, 2, 3, 4 at the moment. It's definitely a Subaru track, this one. Alehead's drifted wide. It's just allowed the Jag. Oh, the Jag of Scrap Drifter has got up underneath the Subaru, but he's also pulled Beserker-Boy with him. So Beserker's out to fourth. Scrap Drifter's up to third. The two race leaders from last race are already up to the podium positions. And Scrap Drifter's doing everything he can to muscle his way past the Subaru, but he doesn't quite make it. Beserker-Boy, wants to undercut, but there's a GTR in the way, so he's had to be pushed wide. And now he's lost 2 places to Woody and another Subaru of Alehead. So Beserker bailed out of hitting the apex because of Woody, but now he's just gone straight round the outside of Woodhays. Can he outbrake the other Subaru driver into this little kink to the right? Oh, he's thinking about sticking with it, and he's managed to make it stick. Didn't get unsettled like Aaron did the lap before. In the meantime, Scrap Drifter's now side by side with the Hammer Games. Hammer Games got the inside, he's going to hold that line. Scrap Drifter got to undercut him here and try and go around the outside of the Mickey Mouse, the Scale Electric's banked turn. He's going to try and go around the outside. He's trying to go around the outside, side by side. Oh, little bump there from the Hammer Games, but Scrap Drifter bails out of that. Can he get past? He's still side by side, coming into this little kink to this hairpin here, but he gives him another little nudge to let him know he's here. In the meantime, Beserker's now given Scrap Drifter a bit of a nudge. He's caught back up because Beserker undercut the Jag coming up the hill. This is a great circuit for racing. I thought the Jag was going wide then, but no, Beserker's now been slowed up a little bit, so Alehead's now nibbling at the back end of the Beserker's tailpipes. God, 6 minutes in, this is all action, this race. Woody's just gone up the inside there. Alehead didn't see him there. They clashed at the apex. Woody now trying to find a way past Alehead. Is he going to outbrake the Subaru into turn 1? He is, Beserker's gone very wide up there. He's trying to get an undercut line. Beserker's got a run here. Has Beserker got a run on Scrap Drifter? No, he hasn't. So, God, this is all go, this one. We're going through the field. In first place, I'll try to do it as quick as possible, is Mark Blackie in first place in his Subaru. The Hammer Games is still hanging out in front of Scrap Drifter, but not for long, because the Scrap Drifter's now side by side with him. But he's fighting is the Hammer Games. So Hammer Games second, Scrap Drifter third, Beserker's fourth, Woodhays fifth, Zafiro sixth. You can just hear the Scooby engines all in the top of the field here. Alehead 7th. Sayrex is still in touch with all of this group, 8th. TC is 9th. Totoro's 10th. McDaddy, something must have happened to McDaddy here, is back in 11th. Jason 12th. Craig still manfully at the back here, hanging on in 13th. So back out in front. Mark's got a bit of a gap now, going through the Scale Electric's banked curve. Scrap Drifter's now finally got in front of the Hammer Games, and so is Beserker. So both, let's go have a look here. They're all, here we go. So on board with the bus, Scrap Drifter's been fighting. Gives a Hammer Games a good bundle up the the inside there. Hammer gives Scrap a little sideways nudge. The Beserker's just gone clean through the two of them. But now Hammer Games has just outbraked Beserker into the apex, drifted wide, almost off. Beserker's now undercut, but that's just allowed Scrap Drifter to get between the two of them. So let's look at that again from Scrap Drifter's point of view. He's side by side with the Hammer Games. Hammer Games gives him a bundle there. Scrap Drifter nearly hits the barrier. Beserker wipes the nose of Scrap Drifter. Scrap Drifter keeps it clean into the apex. So Beserker's now trying to undercut the Hammer Games, going through the Scale Electric's curve. It's trying to find a way past the Hammer. Hammer gets it wrong, hits the turf, which just gives the traction to the Subaru of Beserker, and he's cleanly through. God, I need a breather. So we're going on board with Alehead while I just have a quick sup of coffee. sponsored by Audi Gold, the best budget coffee money can buy. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's nice. Right. Oh, now I get my breath back. Alehead's diving up the inside. Is that? Yeah, he's dived up the inside of Hammer Games. Hammer Games still manfully fighting to keep his position, but he's now drifted back to 5th, and now Alehead is through. So the Hammer Games is definitely centre stage in this race. He's been fighting the guys up front, but Woodhays does a lovely overtake there at turn 1, which has just allowed Sayrex now to catch up to the... Look at this train of drivers, nose to tail. Sayrex is going to try and go around the outside of the Hammer Games into this corner here. This is turn 3. No, Subaru's good on braking, but Sayrex undercuts the Durex sponsored Subaru. Gets cleanly through just about. The Hammer's still fighting though. The Hammer's now undercut Sayrex, and so the Hammer's back in front of Sayrex. What a great racing. This circuit is really delivering for the Pro 2 boys, and this boys having a lot of fun here. Sayrex now undercuts the Hammer Games, still can't find a way through. Oh, it's fantastic racing. It's just allowed TC's now caught up in that absolutely gorgeous looking Jaguar, I have to say. I love the Jag in that livery. I think you should keep it for the rest of the season. Zafiro's caught up to this train of drivers as well, all sort of line astern with Alehead at front, holding off Woodhays, with the Hammer holding off Sayrex, and TC and Zafiro catching everyone. Whew. Right, in the meantime, Aaron, who's had a disaster, is starting to slowly but surely catch up to Zafiro in 9th. McDaddy's drifted quite a long way back now in 11th. Craig's trying to catch up to McDaddy, and Jason's fallen to the back. In the meantime, we can't really forget about the race leader. He's having a bit of a quiet race up front. Is Mark. He's still second or so out in front of Scrap Drifters, very delicately through there. Last section, yeah, I thought it was a bit too delicate, because it's now just the Jaguar of Scrap Drifter from the last row on the grid is now in on lap 6, got up to the tailpipes of the lead car, and everyone in this league is quick, so it's great driving here by Scrap Drifter to be up this high up in the field so soon into the race. Lap 6, lovely move by the Jaguars, just powered past. Oh, it's just not going to give me a sideways view. Yeah, he's powered past the Jaguar. Oh, look, get my words right. He's powered past the Subaru even, as the Jaguar. He's now out in front, so Scrap Drift has gone from next to last to first. Out in front of Blackie. So here's Beserker-Boy, who was last of the first race. He's still with this lead group of 3. Lead group of 3 here, you can see, have now got a bit of a gap then between them and Alehead in 4th. Alehead's still holding off Woodhays. Sayrex. Oh, where's happened to the Hammer Games? Well, the Hammer Games has gone back to 9th. What's happened here? Let's quickly scan back. So here we are, 6th place. This is lap 5. Oh, it's gone back too far. Oh, there we go. Sayrex pushes Hammer a little bit wide, bumps him a little bit, takes the place. Bit of a block pass there, but it's all good, to be honest. So the Hammer Games now looking to take the Sayrex back. Coming down the hill, here comes the Hammer Games. So he's gone to 9th. So how's he got it so wrong? It's back to 8th. Is TC Idol going to make a move? Oh, TC Idol gets a little nudge there from Zafiro. These boys, yeah, Aaron's slowly catching this group up. So where does Hammer get it wrong so that TC Idol can make a pass? Or is it just the sheer power of the Jag and the slipstream against the Subaru gets the place? It's right in the tailpipes of the Subaru now. Yeah, it's looking up the inside of the Hammer Games. Oh, it cuts up the inside. I think Zafiro's waiting to pick up the pieces as well there, back in 9th place. Going around the outside. Oh, that's great driving. So, oh, that's where he's gone wrong. So the Hammer just drifts wide and lets 2 people past. One little mistake so costly there. In the meantime, Zafiro certainly looking very sporty at the back here in 8th place, trying to catch up to. Oh, he's got a nice run here. Oh, if only the back end of that Jag wasn't there, he could have. He had the momentum to get past. On board with the Dutchman. What's going on there? Why did what's happened there? Why did TC Idol? Let's go to this angle so we can see his. He backs right out. He backs out and lets Zafiro take the place. I don't think he did anything wrong. He's not done anything wrong there. Just gets a little bump from Zafiro. Zafiro just to let him know he's there. Eases off the power. Zafiro goes around the outside. Not sure why he did that TC Idol, but it's very gentlemanly of you to do that. Oh, I thought he was going to spin the rear wheels up and go shooting off into the barrier's end. Right, well, after all this chaos and of action, let's go through the field from the beginning. Oh, Scrapdrifter's in the lead. I missed that. No, I didn't miss that. I didn't miss that at all, did I? I did miss that though. Beserker-Boy's now got into 2nd place. He's got coming just past the Scale Electrics banked turn. Oh, he dives up the inside of Mark there at the apex. Late braking from Beserker. Brave move as well. And takes the place cleanly from the fellow Subaru driver. So it's now Scrapdrifter 1 and 2. We are coming up to 12 minutes into the race. And tyre wear this circuit is also quite harsh as well, but not so bad at night. So in the meantime, we're going through the field. Scrapdrifter there's just done a 2:06, which, if I remember rightly, was the fastest lap of the race. He's in 1st place. Beserker-Boy is now in 2nd. His fastest lap's a 2:01, almost dead in the Subaru. Blackie here has done a 2:02, so Berserker's got about 2nd if you're in the bag pace-wise. Yeah, so Blackie's here in 3rd. Alehead's still hanging on to 4th place, doing 202, low 202s as well. So he's got a decent pace. So he's holding stationary behind Blackie in front. Woody, low 202s as well. So there's an equal pace back here in 5th. Sayrex 202s again. Bit of sort of more higher up though, sort of mid 202s is in 6th. Zafiro again 202s, low 202s. So he's got pace of about 2 drivers in front of him, so maybe he can gain some places as the race continues on. TC Idol 202s as well. In 8th, Aaron's got up to 9th place now, is 2:01, so he's got the pace. He's past Hammer Games, so Aaron's slowly reeling in the field. Hammer Games slower pace, 2:03 is his sort of natural sort of pace. It looks like he's been in battles there for 2:04s, 2:05s, 2:06s. Craig has done a 2:02 minute dead and then 2:01. So Craig, with that unfortunate incident with Aaron, has just pushed him back, and he's got the pace to be up further up the field. He's got half the race to go to see if he can gain places. Some racing sorts of possibly no stopping as well, so keep an eye on Craig for the rest of the race. McDaddy 2:03 back here in 12th, and Jason is doing 2:05s back here in last place. So only really and he's running out of tyre on that front of that car. So we must be getting close to 14 minutes in. Some of these boys might be thinking about making a pit stop, and here comes Beserker in, and Blackie's in right behind him. Beserker's into the pits. Where is he going to come out? Looking back, is he going to get out in front of Woodhays here? Just about, and Markham was right behind Beserker. TC Idol's into the pits. Oh, they're all coming into the pits. TC Idol coming out of the pits. So TC Idol, the whole pit strategy's going. Now, who was it who didn't? There we go. Here we go. Craig's on racing softs. So going to keep an eye on Craig, see if he doesn't pit. He's got half the race to go, 15 minutes of the race to go. So in the meantime, going up through the field, Blackie here has now, unfortunately, he was right behind Beserker, but he's now got a big fat ass GTR in his way of Woodhays, who hasn't pitted. Woodhays possibly no stopping, but I don't think so. He's got so much tyre wear gone already. So that GTR is now holding Mark up to try and make a fight of it with the Berserker just in front. Berserker's come out back in 3rd place after his pit stop, trying to catch up to the fast Alehead. Alehead's doing really well in this race, but Alehead's not pitted. Pretty sure Alehead might pit. Scalextric's curve. Oh, Berserker's looking up the inside there. Is Berserker going to make a move and get past Alehead on the inside of the Scalextric's curve? He's already got Mark with his fellow Subaru driver at this braking point here, and he's done it again. Or has he done it again? Oh, Mark Al has drifted wide. Berserker's given Al a lot of room there, and he's done it again at that little hairpin. He's out-braked another car into that hairpin, but Al's fighting back, gives Berserker a little nudge but doesn't push him off, so Berserker gets through to back up to 2nd place. Started the overtaken manoeuvre though on the Scalextric's bank curve. Oh, Mark gets that horribly wrong, so Scrap Drifter's into the pits. So where's Scrap going to come out when Berserker coming through the last checkpoint? Oh, Mark, that's not going to show me. There he is. There's Scrap Drifter out in front. Woody's now into the pits. Let's go. Oh, there we go. There's the GTR driver. So he's into the pits. Who else has got? Oh, Sarex is now fighting again with Zafira. God, there's so much going on in this race. It's difficult to keep up. Let's stay with these two boys. We're side by side, and I think they've been side by side with each other all for doing most of the race as well. Sarex trying to get that GTR out around the outside of the Subaru driver. Out breaks the Subaru driver, keeps it close on the apex, but Zafiro's just undercut him. Fantastic driving there by Zafiro, but they're still side by side. Have these boys been side by side for at least the last 10 minutes? Oh, there's a little nudge there by Sarex, which just pushes Zafiro, so he gives the place up. Great driving there. In the meantime, TC Idol has now got past Craig Maximus. So Craig is the guy who's no stopping, I believe. So he's here in 9th. He's got back up to 9th. Is he going to keep going, or is he going to bail out and make a pit? In the meantime, Hammer Games, who's had a very eventful race, from fighting up near the front, is just slowly, ever so slowly, misses Apex terribly there. It's on the turf now, which has just allowed Total Rose to get back up to 10th place. The GTR has gone board of Aaron through the Scalextric's bank curve. Call that turn Scalextric's rather than the rest of it. So we're 18 minutes in. If you look at the map at the right top of the screen, you can see that the drivers are still all there or thereabouts. Even though Aaron is back here in 10th place, there's a gaggle of drivers just around that corner, just a bit further up. If he holds his nerve, he could gain some places. So we'll go through the field as we are now with 11 minutes to go. Oh, Aohead's into the pits. Aohead's finally pitted, so Aohead's dropping back from 4th. So here we are with Scrap Drifter up to turn 2. Here we are. It's got a decent enough gap now over Berserker, who's just entering the same corner. He's got about a 3-4 second lead over Berserker. Berserker's now pulled out a bit of a lead over Blackie, but Blackie's still within touching distance, not far away at all. Has Blackie pitted? Yes, he has pitted. Oh, he pitted just after Beserker-Boy, after 14 minutes. Woodhaze, has he pitted? Yes, he's pitted. He's in 4th place. He's got the hard charging Zafiro, who's now been released from the battle with Sarex. He's now cruising through the field up to the back of Woody. It looks like it might just be a case of how long can Woody hang on from the hard charging Dutchman. So we'll come back to that battle shortly. Owlhead's still there or thereabouts. He's come out the pit stop and he's right behind us. Nice battle brewing here. So Sarex is back here in 7th. He's lost touch of that group in front of him. So there's 4 drivers here. TCI do it. Oh, looks like Aaron's had some sort of issue again. What's gone on with Aaron? I did see this, the names flickering. What's gone on with Aaron here? So Aaron was in 9th place. He's caught up to TC Idol here. What's gone on here? Oh, what's gone on? Aaron's just bailed out again. He's trying to bail out of this. Why is he going so slow? He's given the places back up. So let's go back. Did something happen with him and Craig Maximus? No, Craig's still there. Unless something's happened earlier on in the lap. So TC Idle's gone wide. TC Idle's gone slow. So something's happened to TC Idle. Aaron has fought his way from. He was near the back at one point. He's now caught up to TC Idle. Here goes Craig looking up the inside. Craig stopped it. Oh, Craig has stopped. He's put racing super softs on. So Aaron's come around the outside here of TC Idle. For some reason thinks that he needs to give the place back. Tries to bail out of it there. I'm not sure why you would do it there either, to be honest. Trying to slow up for everyone. Trying to let Craig pass and then speeds up again. Not sure what that was all about. Holding Craig up. So, anyway. Is Craig going to get Aaron here under the brake? And he looks like he's got a run on the GTR driver. Certainly caught right up. So, bails out of it a little bit there. Strange set of events there from Aaron. Oh, he's cut up the inside. There he goes. Side by side. 3 drivers. Now coming back to the grandstand. Craig's now side by side with TC Idle, and he's got the place. Is he going to hold it through this section into the braking part of it, or is TC Idle going to outbrake himself? Oh, Craig nearly gets it. It goes very deep, but he's got the place. So Craig's up to 8th place. TC Idle still battling with Total Rose coming into turn 1. TCI's got the racing line. Can Aaron undercut and power that GTR past TCI? He has already a side by side, and he's got back out in front. So it's a nice battle brewing back here, back in 9th and 10th and 8th with Craig just up there. And I believe, yeah, there we go. The Hammer Games has joined the party as well. So it's nice lower battle. Oh, Aaron's drifted wide, which has just allowed TC Idle to draw level with everyone, draw level with him, and also the Hammer Games has caught right back up to the tailpipes of the GTR. Aaron seems to be struggling in that GTR for some reason. So the Hammer Games has now passed TCI. TCI has got the racing line. No, the Subaru's going to outbrake the Jag, surely. Oh no, he's got the position cleanly. Right, so they're all TC Idle flashes his lights. Get out the way. Right, so go through the field, go up through the field. So back in last place is Jason, well off the pace at the moment, a few corners back, but the rest of the boys, as you can see, this is 12th place McDaddy, not too far away from everyone else that's in front. So McDaddy in 12th, TC Idle's drifted back to 11th, although he's having a right battle royale with the Hammer Games there in front. Aaron in 9th, Craig's pulled away from this group. As I said, he's done a 2-minute dead lap as his, or 2:09, so nearly 2:01. So he's got the pace. Zafiro's, it's dropped back to 7th. Something's happened here. I missed that, but he's caught up to the back end of Woodhaze, who's fighting Sayrex. So there's lots of battles all over the circuit. I'll just go through to see where Alehead is. Alehead is in 4th. Blackie's in 3rd, and they're all sort of, yeah, there's big gaps now up front. So here we are. Scrap Drifter in his Jag is quite a long way out in front of Berserker now, who's in 2nd place, who's a fairly decent 2-3 second lead out of Blackie in 3rd. Alehead is the same, about 3 seconds out in front of Blackie. So the real main battle is happening right here. We've got Woodhaze, who's just forced Sayrex to go a little bit wide, which has just allowed Zafiro to catch up to Godzilla there. And the GTR, this has been non-stop for the entire race. I want to have another, I'm having another coffee break now. So here we are on board with Zafiro whilst I have a coffee break. And we're back. Oh, that was a great sequence there through Scale Electrics. Where's Sarex? Sarex is probably waiting to pick up the pieces of what's going to go on here. I'm pretty sure Woodhaze is going to hold off Zafiro. Who's going to break the latest here? Zafiro's in that Subaru on the inside line, blocking the apex there. With I'm exhausted at this one. 5 minutes to go, just over 5 minutes. Line astern coming up. This is another overtaking place here. I think Zafiro's lining up the GTR. Is he going to try and outbrake the GTR? No, he bails out of it, which is just allowed Sarex to catch back up. Zafiro's looking to find a way past that GTR. Is making the fat end of that GTR. Sorry, Woody. Very wide. Very wide indeed, and Zafiro's lost a little bit of touch. Zafiro's in a GTR sandwich at the moment. In a GTR sandwich, he drifts wide. Sarex doesn't quite get the power on early enough. So Craig has also caught up, starting to catch up to this group. So they might have a group of 4 massive battle going on towards the end. I don't really want to just focus on this because I'm looking at the circuit and there's more battles brewing back here. I think, they're just starting to spread out, this other group. So they've all sort of settled themselves down. So Aaron's got out in front of TC Idle eventually. So yeah, Craig is now caught up to Sarex, and the Sarex and Zafiro show. These two, I'm pretty sure these two have literally been side by side for this entire race. Zafiro's got the April racing line there. Yeah, here we go. So here's Craig caught up to this party, but now it's just allowed Woody to just break away while Zafiro's having to worry about the cars from behind rather than being allowed to concentrate on the car in front. Craig's undercut. Oh, Sarex has drifted wide. Oh, there we go. Sarex drifted wide under the pressure from Craig. So Craig got up to 7th. Craig's having a great drive here. Look at that, he's done another 2-minute lap. He's definitely got the pace as the Subaru driver. He's just had a bit of unlucky experience through the traffic. I got a feeling he's got 4 minutes. He's got time to get maybe 1 or 2 places. Gets a great exit there on Zafiro's. Now side by side. Can he hold his nerve through his kink left? Not quite. Didn't quite get the power down. Zafiro gave him room. There's a great drive in there from Zafiro. He's coming down the hill now. He's got the racing line here, but this is a horrible little left-right. Is he going to outbrake Zafiro into this turn? He is, but Zafiro is obviously going to get... Oh no, Zafiro cut. Is he going to get it? No, or sort of, almost. Oh wow, fantastic sequence. That was so cool. Let's watch that again. Coming down the hill, great driving here by both drivers. We're going board with Zafiro this time. He had, if he'd have kept it put the power down just there, he would have stayed out in front of Craig. Squeezes Craig towards the barrier, but Craig just has enough power to get past the Subaru driver there. So can Craig now catch up to Woodhaze? Let's have a look at people's tyre situation. Oh, Craig's very good tyre situation, whereas Woody is suffering a little bit in the GTR. But how far behind is Craig to that GTR? He's just starting to pull away from Zafiro. He's got 3 minutes, which let's see, that's another the end of this lap and 1 more, so about 1.5 laps to go. So in the meantime though, we need to give the race leader a bit of airtime. He's cruising out in front now as he's having a bit of a boring race, just doing hot laps, 201s through the race. As you can see there, he's about a corner ahead of Beserker-Boy. There he goes through the Scalextrics turn there to Scrap Drifter. Here comes Beserker into Scalextrics. He's having a quiet race now, eased off the pace, doing 202s. He's holding his own out in front of Black. He's now just exiting Scalextrics. As Alehead's just exiting Scalextrics. So we've got Subarus 2, 3, 4 in this race. And so the main battle for any positions at the moment, the highest up battles, is up here. Woodhaze has now been caught, as I thought he would, by Craig. We've got one. This will be the last lap coming up. Can Craig fight his way back up to 5th place as Woody drifts wide here? I mean, the tyre wear on that Subaru is very minimal. He's going to have superior grip on that GTR, and he probably knows it as well, does Craig. But that, as I've already mentioned, Woody is making the back end of that GTR very fat and wide and deep, but he's not quite fat enough. But he's got the race in line here as Woodhays blocks the turn, blocks Craig into turn 1. Zafiro's just a little bit too far away to get involved in this party. This is the last lap. We've got a minute to go. I won't stick with this at the moment because I want to go through, give it another couple of turns, see how this pans out, then go to the race leader. We've got 30 seconds. Can Craig make a move here? No, he can't. So, oh, someone's gone wide. Who's that's gone wide? That looked like that was Jason's gone wide there. He just gets out of the way of the race leader, to be honest. So, with 20 seconds to go, the race leader's just coming up to Scalextrics. Coming round now, there's banked turn with 8 seconds to go. This will definitely be the last lap. Scrap Drifter's fought his way through the field from next to last, so the last row of the grid, and he's going to, there we go, 30 minutes is up. As long as he doesn't get anything wrong, hits any barriers, he should quite easily, with about 7 seconds to spare, keep it, get the win and stay out in front of Beserker-Boy, which makes things interesting for the league table, as that means Scrap Drifter and Beserker over the last 2 races have got equal amount of points, and there's only 4 points difference between the two in the standings. So here we go, in for the last time, into the last hairpin comes our race winner. Fantastic drive there by the Jaguar driver as he crosses the line now for the win for Team Puma, I think it is. In second place for Team Jack Daniels comes Beserker-Boy from last to second in his Subaru, for a great result there for Berserker. Fantastic result here for another Subaru driver. Mark Blackie comes in third place. Alehead's finished in fourth. Craig, right, where did he get it? Was Craig in front of Woodhays? No, he got through. Here we go, the last. Where are we on the circuit? We are coming around to Scalextrics. Let's go on board with Craig. He's got past Woody. It's just before Scalextrics in a clean manoeuvre. Let's just see where it was again. There's Woodhays with Craig's got a nice run here. So you see the tyres of the GTR were ailing and couldn't hit the apex there, which has just allowed Craig to go on the outside, but Woody blocks him there. So Woody's still in a decent position. He's got the inside line. He's got to try and make Craig go around the outside, but I think he's going to miss the apex here. Yeah, he's missed the apex here, drifted wide because his tyres are ailing. Yeah, it's nearly down to half, which has just made it a little bit, it wasn't easy for Craig, but he's got all the way back up to 5th. Oh, Craig, what could have happened if you'd have been in the lead group? If you didn't get involved in the incident early on, he's gone from, pretty sure Craig was back from near to last, if not last place, and he's got all the way back up to 5th. He was on racing soft, so he's got up to 5th. In the meantime, Zafiro has caught up to the GTR in front. So can Zafiro sneak another place in the final closing turns of this corners of the race? You think he's a little bit too far away? No, he's not. So we go back to, here we are, Craig. He's fantastic drive there by another Subaru driver. He's going to finish in 5th place. Woodhays is going to hold on to 6th. Zafiro's finished 7th. Sayrex has finished 8th. Aaron Total Rose is going to finish in 9th place. He wasn't too far away from getting more points. The Hammer Games has had an very interesting race for him, 10th. McDaddy's 11th. TC Idol is going to finish in 12th. And Jason, where's TC Idol on the circuit? Here, last hairpin. And Jason Hills is going to finish in 13th position. Great race there by the Pro 2 boys. Looking forward to next week. It's standings now. I think Berserker's on 130 points and Scrap Drifter's on 126. Then there's a bit of a gap between the 3rd place driver, which I think is Craig, and then Aaron's still in 4th. So onwards and upwards to the next week. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching and see you again soon.